In January, elders from the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe sat down virtually with linguists from the Language Conservancy to begin collecting the spoken words of their dying language. Their hope is to digitally preserve the Ute language for the next generation to keep their culture and spoken word alive. Will Maya, Executive Director of the Language Conservancy, explains the revolutionary technique the organization is using to create a digital dictionary.
We call this rapid word collection, and we do this, we've done it for numerous communities, and we've set up between 8 or 10 different stations during a 2-week period, and dividing the elders up into smaller groups of 3 to 4 people each. And they work through lists. They get a category on their sheet. For example, name the things you might find in a kitchen. And you could go through that list and think about the chair and the table and the pots and the pans and the dishwasher and all that kind of stuff. And you could probably come up with 20 or 30 words just right there for that little category. And that's the basic idea. And we have 1,700 of these categories to go through. And through that process, we're getting a wide range of types of words, and those all get recorded instantly in this new digital tool that we've developed for this and transcribed right off the bat. And so that really accelerated the process of building a dictionary. We could, in the first 2 weeks, actually get as many as 15,000 words.
Normally, it takes 20 years to develop a dictionary, but many of these tribes can't wait that long since their language is already close to extinction. This is the second of a series of events that the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe is participating in to capture their native language. It is also a way to bring elders together to share their knowledge with each other.
We did a 2-week rapid word collection project, and so the linguists came out and they worked with groups of our elders. And they really are Ute speakers, and they really enjoyed it, the elders, because right now they talk, but they're not getting that response back. And so I think they really enjoyed it. Plus, if you don't use words all the time, you kind of forget. And so it was good for them to be in groups, because they could bounce off of each other and say, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's how they used to say it. So it was really fun watching them and listening to them. So we did collect about a little over 6,000 words.
The Ute Mountain Ute Tribe is the Waimanoosh band of the Ute Nation of Indians, and they are located in Towawak, Colorado, just south of Cortez, close to the Four Corners Monument. Their language is similar to Southern Ute, with just a slight dialect between the two tribes. According to Maya, 90% of the languages in the world are close to endangerment, and one language goes extinct every 2 weeks, so there is an urgency to work with elders of indigenous tribes like the Ute to record their language.
In the United States, there were at one point approximately 500 indigenous languages spoken, and now really just several dozen have a chance of surviving moving forward based on the number of speakers they have and the level of documentation and other resources they have available to continue.
Generations from now, they're probably going to want to know, if there's no speakers left.
Maya pointed out that funding for the preservation of languages, especially from the federal government, who tried to previously erase the culture and language of indigenous tribes, is not currently sufficient to save them. He also explains how the language and culture of a tribe is a lifeline for younger generations.
For us, and for the work we do, there's a common expression that language is healing. That the learning of your indigenous language is a process of coming to terms with the trauma and working through it, and recapturing and relearning your language is one of the ways that young people are now engaging with that and becoming stronger in terms of who they are and their self-esteem and their identity.
If you would like to learn more about the work of the Language Conservancy, visit its website at www.languageconservancy.org. Thank you for watching this edition of Pagosa Local News.